Today, I'm going to rate every single cosmetic inside of this store in Gorilla Tag. So we're going to start off with these headphones here, and I'm going to rate these a solid 10 out of 10. You can tell whoever wears these is definitely a gamer, and I just think they look really cool. You can even see the little padding where the monkey's ears go. Now we have the chef hat, and I'm going to rate this one also a 10 out of 10. This was an OG cosmetic, and it looks really nice. I like the little dark gray details going up all the way around the hat. And I think it has a pretty reasonable price for being an OG cosmetic at 2,500 shiny rocks. Now we have the bandana, and I really like this one as well, so I think I'm going to rate it at 8 out of 10. I'd personally never wear it because, I don't know, I just like the fit I have right now. But if you've ever watched Professor Wesser, that's basically one of his signature cosmetics, and I really like how it looks. Next up we have this hat, and apparently it's called the Fez. I don't know why it's called the Fez, but I don't really care for it too much. I don't think it looks that nice, so I'm going to rate it a 4 out of 10. Next up we've got this cowboy hat cosmetic, and I really like how this looks. It's just an OG cowboy hat, and if you stand up, you can even see it has this little gray thing going around the top, like a little gray strip. And I just think it's a 10 out of 10 because it just looks really OG, and it's amazing. Next up, we've got this pink beanie, and I personally don't like this. I know there's people out there who do. In fact, one of my friends does, but I don't like it myself, and I'm going to rate it probably a 2 out of 10. Next up, we have this blue sun hat, and I personally love this. It's the classic OG sun hat from OG Gorilla Tag, and it looks great. And I'm sure at this point we all know of the ghost named Echo who wears this hat, and it just looks super cool. 10 out of 10. Now don't worry, I didn't forget about these pins, but I'm going to be trying them on myself because they're a little bit hard to see from here. Now first up we have this little city badge right here, as you can see, and I'm going to rate this one a 10 out of 10 because I think it looks really cool. It definitely shows you what map you're in, and I like the little details with the little windows and how the houses kind of bend. Now we have this little tree badge down here, and I think this one looks pretty cool, but I feel like it should have a few more smaller trees in the background because forest isn't just one big tree, so I'm going to say this one's a 5 out of 10. Now we have this old caves badge, and I think this one looks really cool. If you explain to someone what old caves was and they never seen it before, this would definitely explain very well what it mostly is. With this giant cluster of different colored crystals, I love this. 10 out of 10. Now we have this little monkey badge, and personally this is probably my least favorite cosmetic. It looks pretty bland, and it's just a small monkey, and the eyes are black and there's no detail in them. 1 out of 10. Now we have this little canyons badge, and I think this one is right up there with the old caves badge. Again, if somebody had never seen canyons before, this definitely explains it well. With the little crack in the ground, kind of like the ravines that canyons has, and the different layers that you can kind of see here, and the little cactus. 10 out of 10. Now we've got mountains badge. I think this one is pretty good and it explains mountains pretty well, but I feel like it should have more snow and trees. Because mountains isn't just one big mountain, and although I do like that they have the snow caps and the ice on the bottom of the mountain, I still think it's a little bit bland. 4 out of 10. And many people call it Russian hat, although if you actually go to check it out, it calls it Ushanka, or at least I think that's how you pronounce it. But this is another OG cosmetic, and it looks great, especially if it's wintertime and you just want to look like you're getting ready to go into the tundra. This is definitely a 10 out of 10. Next up, we have this little cap, and I don't really like this one because all it has is blue on top, the white part right here, and then this white part. It looks like there would be some sort of brand name there, but there's only white there. Since this looks really bland, I'm just going to rate it a 2 out of 10. Next up, we have this red, white, and blue headband, and I'm going to rate this one a 10 out of 10. Although it has a nice red, white, and blue, and it definitely looks like you're about to either go on a jog or juke some people out. Now we have this little red scarf, and I'm going to rate this one a 6 out of 10. I don't really like how it looks as much as some other cosmetics, and I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but on this little top part it's brown, and I feel like that part should be red. Although it is meant to be a pretty simple cosmetic, so I can see where they were going with this. Now we have the forbidden cosmetic. This is the party hat, and while known as a meme for a very long time now, I think it actually looks pretty cool. You want to have some special Gorilla Tag birthday party, go ahead. This thing looks pretty nice. I'm going to rate this a 9 out of 10 for just the details of the yellow, green, blue, and all the different colors on it. Now we're moving on to some of my cosmetics, and first we have the top hat. I'm going to rate this one a 10 out of 10. If you want to look like a businessman getting ready to go to work, this thing looks great. Or you just want to look a little bit classy going on your evening walk. As another one of my cosmetics, we have the bow tie, and this is another 10 out of 10. I really like how it looks, and it just makes you look a bit fancier. And if I move my microphone, as you can see, I have a bow tie myself. Next up, we have this little flower hat, and honestly, this looks like something you get in Hawaii. Although I think this is a 10 out of 10 cosmetic since it looks really good. I like the detail that they put into these flowers. I'll let you guys get a close-up real quick. You can see that they've got the little blue inside the white flower, and then they put a lot more detail into every individual flower. Next up, we have this red hat, and I just went to see what it's named when you go to check it out, and it's called like a cloche or something, if that's how you pronounce it. I honestly don't really like this hat. There's not a lot of detail in it, just a black strip, and I think there's a bow tie on the other side, and I don't really like it, so I think this is a 1 out of 10. Now we have this pink hat, and I think this one looks a little bit better, but still not too good. Since I know you guys can't see it, but there's like a little purple strip going around the top of the hat, and I still don't like how it looks. 1 out of 10. Next up, we have this white I Love Gorilla Tag shirt, and I think this one's probably a 6 out of 10. I've basically never seen anyone wear this before, but it looks okay, and I can definitely see where they're going with the I Love New York style type of shirt. Next up, we have this cap with a monkey on it, and I'm going to say this one is a 7 out of 10. I've seen way more people wearing this hat, but still, I think it's a pretty cool looking hat. The detail they put on the monkey, his nose, his mouth, and even his eyes, I think it looks nice. Now we have this monkey hat, which I just talked about. It's basically the same thing as the other one, except it has it written in words instead of a picture. I've seen way more people wear this hat. I think it looks really nice, with just the simple font of monkey. So this one is also a 7 out of 10. Next up, we have this yellow Gorilla Tag shirt, and this one is definitely a 9 out of 10. I've never seen anybody wear this before, but it definitely brings out the name of Gorilla Tag with their yellow logo, and then the brown letters on the shirt. You can even see if you look close enough that there's a little banana in the O. Same thing with this Gorilla Tag hat, it's basically the same in cap form, and this is also a 9 out of 10. And then again, same thing with this little flag. Wait, don't click off the video yet. There's still one cosmetic that we haven't covered. The golden skull. Despite this thing looking pretty shiny and cool, if you actually put it on, it looks absolutely atrocious. I mean, look at this. You don't want to see me like this walking towards you. I mean, sure it's shiny, I'll give it that, but this is a 2 out of 10. Anyways, guys, leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Anyways, I'm out.